Glad to know you're still with us. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday flagged off the Kolmani Integrated Development Project in the northeast, the first of its kind in the zone. Buhari said the oil exploration at the Kolmani River located between Gombe and Bauchi states has already attracted over $3 billion foreign direct investment and will boost Nigeria's fortunes and earnings. The NNPC had in 2019 announced the discovery of crude oil in the Kolmani River region at the border community between Bauchi and Gombe states. Joining us to help make sense of this is Dr. Dayo Kayode, a political technocrat. He joins us virtually. Good morning. Good to have you join us today, Doctor.
Yes, good morning, sir. How are you today?
Very well,
I'm so
thank
sorry
you.
for not being able to join you this morning because of the fuel crisis that we are now having.
Oh, okay. That's quite understandable. But we appreciate you joining us all the same. Just before we delve to the oil exploration, the new Naira note will be unveiled today. What's your reaction?
Yeah, it is for me. I've been saying is that it's not abnormal for anybody to change or to improve on its currency. But you must be mindful of the crisis that it's going to cause. And that is why each country that wants to do that always give it a long period of time before the whole crisis is being completed. Yes, it's a good thing we are doing our own too. But my own issue is about the timing.
Okay.
Timing. Okay, listen, this thing was supposed to be unveiled according to the timetable.
Yes.
I think December
15.
15.
Yes.
December 15. Okay, why bringing it backwards again? I mean, it's a kind of giving a kind of insincere signal to the people. And you know that before now, there have been a kind of a trust gap in between the government and the people. People have been complaining that, look, this is the time you are giving, the time frame you are giving to this thing is too short. Still, you are still doing some other things that look sinister. Why? You know why? You should have not that timetable the way it has been, except that you have your own agenda as it has that. Anyway, congratulations to them. At least they are trying to unveil it today. But then, what is the cost of changing this naira? Can we afford the cost? It's another issue. What effect is it going to have on our inflationary rate? Are we going to also be able to absorb the shocks? These are issues that need to be looked into.
Okay.
All right, very quickly, let's look at the Kolmani oil exploration now. What's your thought? I mean, we've started the work already. How would you react to that?
Yes. Number one, congratulations to the northern Nigeria that have been complaining of not having oil on their land before now, even though they have a lot of other valuable resources. But unfortunately, their various governments have not been inward looking. But at least they now have oil. That is one. Two, the oil now they are now exploring today, for which our president is also going to witness. Are we really sure? That it's not going to bring some other crisis in the nation? The kind of crisis that we have been having in the oil exploring state in Nigeria. So all these things need to be looked into. And then to what extent is the federal government also going to now start looking at building our own refineries, even if it is modular refineries, so that this thing will not come to be an abattoir to us again. Because if we had not gotten oil in Nigeria, and this would have been solving our oil and gas issues. So I think government now needs to start looking inwards, most especially that we have gotten one in the north, and then to start building refineries there and there. And then we will stop this expansion of oil. Look at it now. I'm supposed to be at your studio this morning, but I couldn't because
network issues there. We'll try to reconnect with Dr. Darakara, the political technocrat, even as he gives us his opinion about the oil exploration at the Kolmani River, bordering Bauchi and Gombe states. It's time to take a break. When we return, we'll continue the conversation. Please to stay with us. We still have Dr. Darakara joining us virtually, and it's all about the oil exploration at the Kolmani River and what it portends for northern Nigeria, especially when it comes to derivation formula, among other things. I'm talking about constitutional review of that, as well as the possibility of other regions growing at their pace and in terms of their resources as well. Dr. Darakara, thanks for staying with us once again.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, just before that, break, you talked about finally the not having oil and how this, should at least bring about some sort of relief to that region of the nation in terms of income generation. How does this, then affect the issue of refineries, especially the Kaduna refinery, considering if there's oil exploration in the north, there should be, refineries that should be operating well or functioning well to augment the production of crude oil?
Yeah, I was even talking about the refinery issue before the short break.
Okay.
There is nothing too spectacular about Kaduna refinery because presently Kaduna refinery is not working.
Yes.
So what has that got to do? It's not working, and that's why I said, instead of us going back to all these refineries that we have been having before now, that have been consuming money, why not use the money that we have been deploying there for maintenance to build new modular refineries? I mean, this is not rock science.
Dr. D, the question would be, would you leave these refineries and then build another one without probably doing some level of needs analysis to know if all you need to do is to probably add one or two or some, maybe one or two equipment or something? I mean, just abandoning them and moving on to other refineries or modular refineries like you call them, wouldn't that amount to some sort of form of waste?
Yes, I appreciate what you have just said now. And that will bring me to my other thought.
Okay.
Which has to do with corruption. It is all about corruption. There is nothing too wrong with our refineries. Just that some people are reducing their refineries to work. Despite all the money that we have been pumping into it have turned around maintenance. If you calculate how much since 1999, when we were having Baba Senior as the president of this country, till date that we are now having Muhammadu Buhari as the president, we can calculate how much that Nigeria has spent on turnaround maintenance of our refineries. You'll be amazed. Such money put together would have built some other refineries. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, for us to run away from all these corrupt-minded people, that's what they did to our Nigerian Airways. That's what they did to the anger that we're having at the airport there. They make everything not to be working, so that they can embezzle a lot of money. So it is that, I mentioned that I hope this discovery will not be another abatus to our nation. In terms of exploring it, that place now is very close to Niger. Niger has a refinery, and they'll be taking it to go and refine. Who are the shareholders there? Ministry of Finance and then NNPC. Who are those in Ministry of Finance? Who are those in NNPC?
The Ministry of Petroleum Resources and the Ministry of Finance.
Yes, who are those people there? Who are those people heading
Well, Dr. D, talking about the NNPC Limited, that's in line with the PIE, and of course, we well, according to reports, by mid 2023, they're supposed to come to declare an IPO. That's initial public offer, and that's the point where Nigerians will be able to buy shares and then become shareholders of that particular company. I mean, right now, if you ask, we'll say Nigerians are the shareholders, but of course, it's been managed by the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. But hopefully, mid 2023, I mean, the IPO should have been done, and they will have Nigerians buy into, the NNPC and become the real shareholders of that particular company. And a lot of persons have said that's a step in the right direction. I mean, what's your thought?
Perpetua. How many times did I call you? You are talking as if you are not in Nigeria, as if you are from Singapore or from Switzerland. That is work has been put down in black and white. You know that here we know how to create lacuna in issues. Before that time, I promise you, write it down today. You will see what will happen. You will see what will happen. As much as, honestly speaking, God fits my heart that I'm so happy that discovery was made there. I also pray that it will not cause more trouble than what we're expecting from it. I'm telling you this. I am telling you this. Because if you say we are having a workable system that will be checkmated, anybody that wants to put lacuna in our laws, but there's no system. The more you know it, so we will now say, okay, PIP or whatever I said, you cannot also have oil block in our region.
All right, Dr. D, let's look at this now.
And again,
Dr. D.
The agitation for separation will now be hiding, and you now be seeing killings here and there. I hope it will not lead to that. And for it not to lead to that, we Nigerians must start talking about it now. We must troubleshoot to be able to solve envisaged problems. That is, let everybody be ahead of whatever problem that this might come in future.
Okay.
Now that okay, go ahead.
Well, the question will be, now that oil has been, explored or being drilled in the northeastern region of the nation, the next, should I call it controversy or discussion will be the issue of the derivation formula. What's your take on that?
Yeah, but the derivation formula is there already. We already have it in our constitution.
Yes, that calls for a constitution review of that 13%. Then now there are calls that Bauchi, Gombe should be added as oil producing states.
Why not? They should be added.
Yep.
Are they not now?
Yeah.
They should be added. And then they should also Gombe Abadi should also enjoy all the amenities that the Southern counterparts are enjoying. Yes, why not? For me that is good. Because if you don't allow that, we are fomenting trouble. We are going to foment trouble.
Okay. Should there be a review of the 13% formula?
Well, you see, that is a very, very big controversy. Some will be saying it should be reviewed. Some will be saying, look, let there even be resource control. Do you understand? Resource control by each state. Something. Write it down again.
Okay.
The next National Assembly
Yes.
is going to propose that issue of resource control. And because we now have oil in the north, you will see what will happen. you will see what
I
will
was
happen.
coming to. I was going to ask you that question.
That we have not been able to solve this thing. You will see what will happen.
Especially with Lawan as the Senate President, there's the possibility that that would even be reviewed before the end of the 9th Assembly.
Aha. You see that? You see that? And that is why I said the other time, we have to be ahead of any problem that this is going by us. Because now, you'll be seeing a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of political agitation, a lot of self-determination agitation, a lot of resource control agitation happening because of this simple thing. Because Nigeria as a whole, we have not been sincere to ourselves. Nigeria as a whole, we have been dubious to each other. Do you understand?
All right, Dr. Let me come in here.
We don't want to remove. Sorry, what is perpetuated? I'm not talking about perpetuated.
All right, Dr. Let me come in here. Now that you're talking about, likely risks as a result of this discovery, are we also looking at environmental risks, and are we also looking at maybe some border risk or some community risk, looking at the fact that this is within the border of Bauchi and Gombe? I mean, are we looking at a situation where a time might come when, each state wants to say it's more in my state or more in your state, or this is my state and that is your state?
You see, I had expected NNPC to have done the necessary EIA, environmental impact assessment before now. And again, looking at the concomitant effect it might unleash on the family of those who sleep, as well as on the people themselves. And if that has been done, I will also expect them to ensure that those things are being followed procedurally as enshrined in that EIA. You understand? And then again, make sure that whatever is being stipulated in that EIA is followed accordingly. Because any discussion will cause a big problem.
All right. Well, very quickly now, let's look at the transition to cleaner energy. I mean, at a time like this, when the world is talking about transitioning to cleaner energy, how did you react when you heard that we already have $3 billion foreign direct investment in this particular project? I mean, what does that say about, the whole clamor and the whole talk about transition to cleaner energy? Does it mean we want to stay more on fossil energy? What are your thoughts? I mean, this is foreign direct, not even local investments.
I think to tell you that how serious the whole world wants to be at that. And again, the investment they are bringing to Nigeria, who are going to handle those investments? Because we have situations whereby investors will come to this country, and some people will be asking for their own share. And when their shares are not being given, investors will go away. We have not been so serious, Nigeria as a country has not been so serious about that cleaner energy. When you're talking about cleaner energy, we're also talking about how we are trying to ensure that no kind of activity as regards energy affects the ozone layer in terms of now having a derogatory effect on climate change. To what extent is Nigeria understanding all these natural phenomena being caused by our activities? So if we don't understand it, you will see some people up there asking for their own share. And before you know it, they will take this investment back. But if only we can allow them to do that investment properly, according to what they brought
Thank you, Dr. D. Well, we're pressed for time, so we'll have to end this conversation here. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
We'll take a commercial break now. When we come back, we'll continue with the conversations on the show for today. Stay with us.